I guess we'll jump right into it. I guess welcome to the chaos. I'm Philip.
I'm Ashton.
And I'm Maddie.
All right. Well, this one's gonna be a little different. Okay.
We're just checking in. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, we're just saying howdy. That's about it.
Yeah.
So I guess whoever wants to start on what's going on in their life. All right. Well, I guess I will go ahead and start. I have won the lottery. We have decided to.
Game. I'm gonna drink every time I think.
I don't have anything.
He's lying. I'll go get you a drink.
I need a hot chocolate.
Okay, I didn't really win the lottery.
If you did, it was like $2 because you're still here.
That's valid.
No joke.
That's valid.
You're still at work, so.
You know what? Maybe I just want something to do in life. You know.
Well, I can tell you it's not that.
Yeah.
No.
What do you do? I don't know. I don't like talking about this shit. I don't know.
Okay.
Someone's got to lead because I can't do this.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
still infertile.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Dude, you need, like, we were coming in hot on this one, and you were like, everything changed this week, and now I'm fine. So.
I know.
No. Everything did not change this week. Everything changed within the last 18 hours.
Oh, he was still freaking out yesterday?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of things change recently. Yeah.
What happened?
Stuff
and things.
Well, I don't know. I've changed. A lot of things have changed in the past 24 hours. So, I am kind of proceeding with my current career.
Okay.
I'm looking at doing something on the side, some kind of business on the side. Don't know what exactly, but trying to hone in my skills or learn a new skill to see if that will potentially lead into something else.
Yeah.
Something that I hope I might find interesting. The only problem is I think it takes knowing a skill and becoming good at it to really determine if you like it, and that's
right.
And I think if it's something that I'm good at, I think I would like it. But and it's hard though.
Yeah. My problem is I'll start a hobby.
Yep.
I'll get super into it, all in.
Yep.
Get the shit, start going, make all these different projects or start projects and be like, oh, I'm gonna do this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I burn myself out on it. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I have totes of like the crocheting stuff,
Yes.
the knitting stuff, just different crafts that I wanted to do. Dog treats.
Yeah,
I've got
I forgot
everything
about
for that. And then I didn't see anybody, like nobody came back to buy anymore.
So
and, like,
did you sell
like
online
that.
too?
And it pissed me off because
No.
I'm like, it takes a lot of work, so it's more expensive than what you can buy at the store. But it's also shit that, like, it's healthy. I know it's healthy. If I bought ingredients at the store, I made sure it was, or
Top of the line.
yeah, top of the line,
Yep.
organic kind of stuff. And it didn't have any of those chemicals that dogs can't have, that people don't realize dogs can't have.
Right, or shouldn't have.
You know what? So I was doing a little research. With your knowledge in dog treats, I think you should pull some, what are they called? Like guides or stuff on how to like make certain treats.
Yes.
And I think you could sell that, and then I mean from there, that could be your way to start supplementing your income, and then also sell treats.
Because the problem is,
what?
There's so much stuff out there, you can just get it for free. So
Yeah.
why are they buying mine? Because
that's the thing.
When I was looking at that stuff to get all that knowledge,
Yep.
I'm like, well, I'm not going to pay for your guide. I can just do a Google search and figure it out in 2 hours and have everything I need.
What knowledge do you know that is not out there? It is what the determining factor is. What can you provide in addition to just a Google search?
Nothing.
Wow. Okay.
That's my point,
I mean,
though,
that's the point.
right? Because, I mean, I can have it all in one spot for you, right?
And that could be the convenience of it.
But
instead of the hours
do
that you took to look for stuff.
But, like, what am I going to charge for that?
I don't know. It could be as simple as $5, $10.
But who's going to pay that?
I was going to say, like, there's recipes that people post on, like, Etsy or different things. Like, Etsy's a big one that I've always seen. I know there's other spots for it, but I'm like, I'm not going to pay $2 for your recipe when I can go and find one online for free. Mm-hmm. It's probably not going to be the same as yours, but it'll be the same effect.
Mm-hmm. See, and so mine right now is the photography video stuff. Mm-hmm. So we just had a photographer do senior pictures, and I'm looking at cameras, and I'm doing research on all these cameras, and then the youngest had a football game last weekend, and this, which I didn't know, kid, freshman in high school, was on the sideline, looked like the badass camera setup, holder, stand, microphone, like this whole big thing.
Legit.
Yeah. And after the game, Cody was like, hey, are you going to post those somewhere? Like, can we follow you? So we gave him his Instagram, and he did a really cool highlight video, and then he sent us pictures. And now the youngest is like, Mom, just get the camera. Just get the camera. Just do it. Like, you can do this. And then we get, like, we're looking at these pictures, and he's like, it's not the camera and the picture. It's the editing software. Mm-hmm. And then the middle one is showing me basketball reels on TikTok. And, like, there's flashing lights, and everything is so zoomed in, and you're, like, right under the hoop as this person dunks. And I'm like, okay, that's me having to stand under the hoop while you're playing. And also, editing software. And I'm like, we use one, right? Mm-hmm. And he kind of laughed and was like, that's, like, bottom of the tier when it comes to editing software. And I'm like, so now you're saying I need, like, $1,000 camera, and then how much for editing software? And there's too many buttons on these cameras.
Like, yeah, there are.
It's not like those digital cameras we had. Where there was like a power and a click. Yeah. Take the picture. Yeah. And like
you had zoom too.
Well, but even the zoom. I mean, you have these big lenses, and then you like rotate this one to do this, and this one to do this,
with
and it's
like
and I've seen people mess with that, and I'm like, I could never keep that straight. I mean, I'm sure once you do it, it's a lot easier.
You can. I mean, it clears up the picture. I mean, you'll see it.
Yes.
But
I'm just like. Same thing as you, like, is this worth it? Is it worth it to invest all this, and what for? I'm not gonna make money off of it.
Well, and you don't know. I mean, that's part of the problem. If you don't try it, you're never gonna know.
I know, but is it worth the investment? And then also photography, you're looking at, like, she came at 5 o'clock last night. You're looking at nights and weekends. More time.
Yep.
Like, I just. And am I really that passionate about it, or am I just doing it because my kids are like, hey, I want really good pictures and really good videos?
Well,
and that's the thing. I mean, that's always the question on, you can develop certain skills, but is that what you want to do?
Right.
It's tough. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at, too. So, I don't know.
And it's so hard to determine, like, what do you want to do the rest of your life? Well, we've got, like, what, 50, 60 years?
Yeah.
I mean, because I figure if it's like a side job, you'd want to work it, part of the time in retirement to have something to do.
And you think I'm going to get to 90?
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh, I don't.
I said 50, 60.
Yeah, okay.
But, I mean, it's just hard because it's like, well, I don't know what I want to do with the rest of my life. I didn't know 10 years ago. You think I know now? Yeah. Or 11 years ago, however old I am.
Well, and you're talking about retirement, and I'm like, I don't want to do any of that in retirement.
Yep.
Well, and that's my problem, too. I don't want to do shit right now, let alone in retirement.
Well, see, and I guess for my wife and I, our goal is to retire at 60. Yep. That's our goal.
Yep.
And it's hard because you're trying to, I guess for me, try to learn a different skill and jump into something completely different that could completely change our plan for retiring at 60.
Yep.
And is that worth me switching careers, learning a new skill, and potentially doing great, but I could potentially fail too.
Right.
So, I don't know.
And do you want to do it for the next 30 years?
Exactly. I mean, I don't know.
That's kind of always been the problem, though. It's weighing, like, the mental health happiness versus financially stable and being able to retire. Yep. Like, those they don't always.
It's a juggle. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I feel your struggle with that, because, like, I have a pretty good gig. I mean, I get to work from home, and, I mean, I only have to go in the office 2-3 times a week. I have a great boss. I work with great people. But I'm like, I don't like the industry anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't like it as much as I did 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of changes.
There has, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and I mean, it's within as well because of different changes in that as well. But I mean, I'm like, I'm not 100% happy doing it, but I like my paycheck, I like my benefits, and I'm gonna be able to retire. And
Yeah.
I'll be the first, I mean, my brother and I will be the first ones to actually have a retirement account in our family.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's a big difference. And I don't know. I don't know, and that's one thing I do like is more financial planning or personal finance, and I like that aspect of it, but just doing my homework on it, it's hard to monetize. But right now, at our age, it's so easy to just save a little bit of money, and could be fairly well off at retirement.
Yep.
And I think knowing that, I wish I could help younger people get to that point and get that savings built up and just make their life easier long term. But that I'm somewhat passionate about that, but it's just hard to get into an area. And I'll be honest, I don't want to be a financial advisor that takes a percentage from your investments.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that unless
I don't either.
I do know some financial advisors are good enough. They do whatever they charge, that 0.5% or full percent. They provide enough benefit to
Yes.
gain that 1%.
That's how I feel
But-
about mine.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
that's
I'm
great.
willing to pay that, and I'm willing to part with that percentage because you're doing something crazy and really helping me long term. That it's worth it to me.
Yes,
I'm okay with it.
but
See,
but
and like where Jeremy has part of his, they take, I think it's like almost 3%. And
Which
I'm
is
like,
crazy.
I know that shit is automatic. Like, I know you don't ever have to look at his account.
Oh.
And he has been losing money. So we're trying to figure out where to put it. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you
that's
gotta
the
move
other
that out
thing
of
too,
there.
right? I didn't start putting money into a retirement until 4 or 5 years ago.
But you're
whenever I
still
started at a
younger.
bank.
You're
You're
still
still young
younger
enough.
than a normal person would probably start doing.
Yeah.
Well, my dad didn't start saving until last year,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
breaks my fucking heart.
Yeah. But most
Which is
people
tough.
don't start till later. I mean, I've been doing it since I was 18. So.
Oh, that's why he saved
Yeah.
I mean-
before that because his other job had a 401k. But still, I mean, it was
Yes.
when he was older.
But that all still kind of goes back to, like, I have teenagers. I have one
Mhm.
working full time. And it's the same thing. I'm like, yes, you need to put money away. And yes, you need to save. And yes, you need to prepare yourself for certain things. But I'm also like, hey, you need to enjoy your life.
yes,
Like,
absolutely.
That's where I'm at.
Don't, like, kill yourself for all these future goals and stuff. You still have to enjoy today and everything that's going on around you. And, like, that doesn't mean live beyond your means, right? That doesn't mean blow
No.
every single paycheck. But also, like, hey, if you want to go out to eat once a week or go on a date or something, go. Like, that is more important.
I would say that I would argue a little bit with that, as long as you're in a good enough financial position.
Right.
If
Yeah,
you're
no,
if you're
I'm
still in massive debt and you're still having issues,
No.
then I would say no.
No.
If
She's
you
young
are
enough,
doing
she
all
doesn't
right,
have
yes,
all of that other stuff.
then I would say
Yes.
Then enjoy,
And
but
it's not like
be
we're
mindful.
doing $100 steak dinners. This is a cheap date night. Like, you're going to eat
Like,
Mexican
go get-
for $30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this isn't.
extra queso.
Yeah, you're
No.
not.
Go to McDonald's instead of the park.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, that's
Just-
good stuff right there.
Yeah.
have you tried their new sandwich?
What
That
new sandwich?
chicken Big Mac?
I have not.
It's not. I mean, I thought it was gonna be better. I thought it was like the McChicken patties. It's like a giant chicken nugget.
Chicken. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting.
It's. I mean, it's not bad.
That's
But-
weird.
Yeah. Sorry. But no, I
You're
agree
good.
with you on that. I mean, Jeremy and I don't have. I have a little bit left on my car, but that'll be paid off soon, and then we just have the roof, and we're done.
See, and we're pushing it because I'm not working. I'm working part time at different things, but Cody has to keep reminding me. Like, the reason that I quit working and the reason that I'm home is to take care of the kids and be here for the kids, because I only have 5 years left and they're all gone. So, yes, things are a little tighter, and yes, we're doing things that I'm like, panic mode, you know what I mean? And he just has to reassure me, like, hey, just do it. Like, we only have 5 years left. Let's enjoy every minute we have with all the kids that are here, and all of them. If we get an opportunity to do something, we're doing it. And we'll figure it out later, and it's gonna be okay. And it's not crazy. Like, we're not digging ourselves a massive hole here, but also, like, it's not where I thought we would be. But there's a lot of outside things happening that are making things harder.
Yeah, that happens.
It's those fucking...
Yeah. It's a lot.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Just something unexpected happens and then everything just goes to shit.
Yeah.
But, like, I agree with you. Like, enjoy the next 5 years. But that's where I'm at. I mean, Jeremy and I are still saving because we have certain things that we want to get. And it's all within, like, the next 5 years. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I want to save for anything outside of that.
Right.
It just makes me so nervous. I mean, because one of us I could get hit by a car going home tonight. I mean, and that's it. It was all for nothing.
Yep.
I don't know. I just don't.
But I also lost a friend at a young age.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I don't think that way, I guess.
I'm 100% worst case scenario.
See, I'm not.
Jeremy dies, I die.
Samesies.
We had all this money, we didn't get to enjoy life at all.
I keep saying that to my parents because they talk about stuff like that too, and I'm like, hey, I don't want your money.
Yeah.
Go spend it now. Go on your vacations. Go do things.
Yeah.
Buy things you want. We don't. Us 3 kids are like, we don't need your money.
Yeah.
We want you to enjoy.
That's what you worked for.
Every second you got. Don't save anything for us at the end. We don't care.
Yeah.
Well, and I've seen so many, or just not see. Well, I've seen and heard so many bad situations of, like, once a parent passes away or both parents pass away, then all the siblings and grandkids just fight over it.
Yeah.
And it's stupid. It's like, honestly, if I have kids and I'm going to put in my will, if everybody's going to argue about it, donate it to something. Every last penny.
Oh, Cody's and I.
Sell everything and donate it.
Cody and I
We're not
have it
doing
written
that.
in. Ours literally says anyone who argues with this will is automatically removed from it.
Well, that's how you do it.
Because I'm not going to do that. No way. You got a problem with it? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to happen.
And I think the kids should be focused on themselves and be able to sustain themselves.
Yes.
Just like, I mean, you and Cody are doing.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
I'm not
and not be like, oh, I need this.
To die here. No, we wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, and then the other thing too is so we're going to the fertility doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is so fucking. My insurance covers it, and it's still fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest with you, I deep down have a fear that I will lose my job because I'm costing money.
No.
I know you can't do that, but
it's not costing them money.
No,
it's
an insurance company.
It's an insurance company.
I know. I've just heard horror stories on TikTok and things.
I was just gonna ask if it was TikTok, and I was gonna
Here
yell
we
at
go.
Stop.
I know they implant the thoughts and then they grow.
Yeah, stop.
It's
I know,
like a weed.
but you're at
weeds.
Stop.
You're at a big enough company that the other person that is not utilizing their insurance at all and still paying their premium is covering you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't even get me started on insurance stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Don't. I don't know. I'm getting my Jeremy's insurance, though.
Because it's not just medical. It's every insurance, and it's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody needs to do something about it.
Well, and I hate that you don't get, like, they gave you an estimate of what everything would cost. And
like the clinic?
The clinic. They sent me like a sheet, like, this is what your appointments are gonna look like. This is the cost every time you come in. If we ask for this, it'll add this much.
Yep.
Nowhere else fucking does that.
Oh.
I have never walked into a place and been handed a fucking thing that says, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and this is what it's gonna cost.
No.
Why is that not a thing?
Because they're
you
doing
can
the
ask
same
for it.
thing with everybody.
Yeah.
There are
No, they're not.
They're specific, but they're
The start
specific
is the same.
to that clinic and what they do.
Right, but not everybody gets charged the same price. Did you not know that?
Based off insurances.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
based off insurance, yes.
Yeah.
I thought you meant in general. I'm like, oh, so you just get charged more because
Yeah,
they
Maddie,
don't
you
like
get
you?
double.
Well, they could charge me. Well, I know because I've seen a couple of my, whatever that's called, explanation of benefits.
Yes.
That EOB thing that you
Yes.
get from your insurance company. This is not a bill.
Yes.
Don't send it to me.
Yes.
But I've seen them where it will say like this is the clinic or wherever is saying like this is the price.
Yeah.
And then the insurance company is like, actually, per our contract, it's this price, so
Yes.
you're going to need to lower that. And I'm like, so other people have to pay that other price?
Yes.
Mhm.
That's fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck you.
But that's what you
Make
pay
it all the
insurance
same
for.
price.
No, that's what you pay insurance for. Because your insurance company is contacting them and negotiating deals to say, with us, this is what we're going to pay, and this is what you're in charge, and this is what we'll cover, and this is what you're going to have to pay. That's why you have insurance. But if somebody doesn't have insurance, they're paying that full price.
I don't know how people can afford it.
I don't know.
But that's why you're going to get that at the clinic you're going to, because those are all things. But, like, if I'm going to go to the doctor and be like, this is how I feel, they're not going to give me a list of, well, if we do this, this is what it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because they have no
If
fucking clue what you're doing when you get there.
Yeah.
There's
If they
too
did,
many options.
if they determine what you're gonna do,
Well,
you can
yes,
request.
then you can ask for
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at that point, yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, no. I pretty much am just like, do what you gotta do, and then
Yeah.
a month later, I get the same thing, the explanation
Yeah.
and the bill from the doctor.
Oh,
and I'm
it's
like,
been-
oh yeah, nobody told me any of that stuff.
It's
Yeah.
been 2
Sometimes
months
it's
now,
been
and I haven't gotten anything from my procedure. 2 months. We're
Which
just
is
chilling.
It's
crazy.
paid for. Don't worry about
Because if you don't pay
No,
that
it's
bill,
not. I still have to pay for that
Oh, you
because I
do?
haven't reached my max out of pocket. I will with
Mm.
that, but then hopefully the rest of the year's free unless something happens, I guess.
it. Yeah.
the shitty part about that is you wait so long to get this bill, and then you have like 30 days to pay it, or they're gonna send it to collections.
Yeah. Well, I have an HSA, so I just pay it.
Yeah.
But this last bill, that's gonna zero out my HSA, and then I'm gonna have to figure something out, put it on a payment plan or something.
Yep. Oh man.
Yeah. That's why we like max out our HSA every single year.
Yeah, I know. I should have been doing that, but meh.
Because it works out. Because now we're at a point where we have a big enough balance. We're investing the amounts that we're not using, so we're gaining off of that. So, and it's all tax free. Win.
Look at you, financial planner guy.
Oh my god.
I don't know. As long as the market doesn't go down.
Then we're fucked.
Then we're in trouble.
Then it's gonna
No.
be a negative balance.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is interesting. It is. I don't know. Life's just a challenge from every direction.
It's rough out there.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, I don't know about anybody else. I am so tired of everybody saying who you should vote for. This is why you should vote for this person. No, you shouldn't vote for that person because they did this.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dude, by the
I know.
time
I don't give a
By
fuck.
the time this comes out, the election will be over.
It will
I
be.
cannot
FYI.
fucking wait.
Well, it
You
might
will
be.
know. Oh, well, good point.
Well, yeah. Who fucking
With
knows?
how long it took last time, we'll see if
Yeah.
we finally get the results.
We'll
Yes.
see.
I don't know.
But no, I'm ready for it to be over. And the boys were asking me about it yesterday because the oldest is almost he's
Is
like
he-
a month away from being able to vote. His birthday's not till December.
Oh.
So they were
yeah.
like, if you could vote, who would you vote for? And he was like, yeah, I'd have to do some research. And then they were like, how about you, Mom? And I'm like, I don't dig deep into it. Like, I know enough to be dangerous.
Uh-oh.
But there's just there's only a couple topics that I'm like really hardcore about
Yeah.
that sway me one way or the other. Because those are the ones I really care about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I research on and like know my details about, and that's how I vote.
Yep.
But I'm like,
well,
I
and
don't
I hate
care.
it when people ask you. I'm like, why? That's
Don't
kind of
ask.
like asking when the last time I peed was.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
worry about it.
personal.
No, that's not
information.
personal enough.
Did you want to know how many times I wiped?
No.
I just I don't like it that they're the younger, like my kids who aren't voting, their view on it is this person or this person. I'm like, don't even say a name. I'm like, because I'm not voting per se for that person. I am voting for what they're saying they're going to do and how it will affect us. So I'm like, do I really even like either of them? Not so much. I mean, I don't feel like super great about those two people.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at what they are saying they're going to do, a little bit of track record situation. But I'm like, if you threw me two new candidates, like that we barely knew or had any like huge crazy background fighting, arguing stuff, and just gave me what they would do, I'd feel a lot better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and that's part of the problem too, because you don't get like a third option. No. I mean you do, but if you
that
vote
third
for
option's not gonna win. No.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you vote for that person, you wasted your vote.
Pretty much.
Effectively, yeah.
Like, and that's shitty.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. I'm done with I hate all of it, and I'm kind of over it, and...
Well, and I hate it because, like, the last election, I did tell somebody who I voted for, because they were all talking about it. And it was a friend of mine at the time.
Okay.
And I thought we were super close. Oh, lost it. Called me every name in the book because I voted a different way than she did. Yeah. And I'm like, why is it that big of a deal? I have different things that I value. About. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, dude. And, like, just even my neighbors, like, the signs they have in their yards and stuff, I'm like, can we just not? Like, can we?
See, I don't want to put it out because of things like that.
But I don't want to look at you differently because I know which way you're voting, and I would love to have a discussion and be like, I just want to know why. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna fight with you. I don't have like this big agenda that I'm gonna try and change your mind. I just would like to know your opinion. But you can't have those conversations because people get so defensive, and I'm like, I really don't care that much. Like, I'm really not.
Yeah, no, I legit just wanted to know, like, what.
Yeah. Like, is there something I don't know, or something I haven't heard, or something I should know about that makes you go that direction? I just want to know. Yeah. But you can't have those discussions because people lose it.
Well, and I think as the younger generations get older, I think there's going to be a shift in what is a conservative, what is a Democrat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or,
I can see it.
Because just with all the diversity and inclusion and all of that, like, that's what they're being raised in, right? Which I think is good. Because it makes you more in the middle as far as that stuff goes. But if you don't necessarily lean so far left or so far right, I think there will be a new dynamic to it.
Yeah.
Because you've got all these old fuckers that are running. And I'll be honest, you should have retired 80 years ago. Why are you still here?
One of them's not that old.
Oh, I'm talking about in general, not.
Well, I think.
Not the presidential. I'm talking about in general.
Gotcha.
Oh,
yeah. There are a lot of.
But like, there's people that have been in there for decades, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you're in diapers again. Shouldn't you go to the home?
They're making money. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, that is true.
They're making money.
I don't know. This stuff stresses me out, and that's why I don't get involved or say anything, because it's just like, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love when everybody's like, your vote counts and you matter and all that stuff.
It does to an extent. To an extent. Like, you can only...
I can't change any of it.
It's really the grand majority.
Yeah, I can't change any of it.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
I can do about it.
I mean...
It doesn't have to be a majority.
You're talking about presidential again.
Yes.
Okay, we're talking about in general, I think.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like, Senate.
Gotcha.
Representative, just like all
and
that.
And like laws and stuff in general. Yeah, I cannot like it. Yeah, I cannot agree with it. But what the hell am I going to do about it?
Well, that's like in Nebraska. They had some kind of a vote. I think it was to legalize medicinal marijuana.
Yes, I just heard about that.
It was majority vote. The Nebraskans wanted it on the ballot, or wanted it like to be voted on, to do it, to like vote yes. And the whatever it's called, I think it's a unicameral is what it's called. They were like, oh, well, that's not what the people want. And I'm like, you legit had a fucking majority vote.
And they're still not doing it.
And they're still not doing it. That was several years ago. I don't know. I mean, but I constantly see things on Facebook like, hey, we're going to be at this place. Make sure you sign our petition. Make sure you do this so that way we can get on the ballot.
Well, and the states surrounding it have it.
Yes.
I mean, because you got Missouri,
Yes.
Colorado.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know.
I mean, really, if you're close enough to the border, just fucking go.
Yeah.
Even if you're in the middle, I think it only takes a couple hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is Kansas? I don't think Kansas is it?
oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't heard about Kansas.
I know Missouri.
We're talking
Missouri.
medicinal.
They're both
Marijuana.
medicinal and
Yeah.
recreational.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
are.
Iowa is medicinal.
Yes.
South
Yes.
Dakota.
I have no idea
No
about
idea.
South
I know.
Dakota.
Well, Colorado does it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does Minnesota.
Does Wyoming?
No, they're a hard
yeah, I
no.
Oh, hard no.
Yeah.
That's hard no.
Yeah, no, it's hard. Because it sucks to feel like my opinion does not matter. You know what I mean? And like.
Yeah, and that's
So when are you guys running?
What?
fuck.
Uh,
We don't have that
what?
kind of money.
For what?
Well, it depends what you want. You can go, Senate.
Oh my god.
Just do a state
my attitude?
legislative.
I don't have that
Not a
kind of
good
money.
plan.
Yeah, and I
No
probably
one would like my thought process.
Probably
I can
not.
tell you that right now.
You'd be fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
It would
You know,
not be good.
people are very resistant to women being in a higher power still because of the emotional aspect.
There's a conversation.
I would disagree with that.
I've seen people talk about it, how a woman president would not be ideal if she had children.
If she had children.
Because
Yes.
somebody kidnaps her kids, but some big shit's going on in the nation, where do you think her head's gonna be at?
Yeah, that's divided.
And you don't think the man
You-
would be the same way
Fuck
if they
no.
had kids?
No.
Oh my god, I just had this conversation.
No,
I
because
don't
you have
think
to
you understand that a mom is so much more protective. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
It's
Let me
a
take that
different
back.
aspect
That-
in
I
that
would-
relationship. Because
Because
you
that's
also,
probably that would be the first thing that would come to my mind is my family.
But you are present.
Okay.
You're not.
But
somebody
that
who-
mother would be too. I'm saying if it was
Yes.
similar, if you were both present, that would be, I would say, would be very similar.
See, I don't think so, because all I can think about is how that's probably been that, like, even both of them, that's been their career the whole time, correct? They are never at home. A mother has a different instinct to focus on the child versus the dad. Just brain chemistry wise.
Okay.
Because that is a piece of the mother. The dad's just supposed to protect it.
So are you agreeing with that?
I don't know. I think it depends on the relationship.
I was just gonna say, I cannot give input on this because I'm basing it off of myself and
Yes.
my situation.
Well, and that's the
And
only thing
what-
you can base it off of. So
But
from
I
your
can't-
perspective,
Right,
Hang on.
but from my perspective, I will tell you, I would die for my kids. I would
So-
do absolutely anything, and if they hurt, I hurt, and I could not focus on anything else if my kids were not okay. And
so
it's not
what if
the
it's
same on the other side, but in a different situation, I would agree that mom and dad would both be there. Do you know what I'm saying?
no?
I think it depends on the bond that they have with the child.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a different, okay?
Okay.
I had my son at 18. I'm 36. For half of my life, I have had him in my life.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I have a stronger connection, and I have more in me that will tell you I would take a bullet for them. And
It's
like,
been your whole life.
it's been my whole life. My whole life has been about my kids. It's a very different feeling than probably some parents feel because they got their whole experience through, teenage years and growing up and college and all the fun times and all that stuff, and then became parents and have a little bit more balance. I literally was 18 and I've never had any of that.
So
And they're all I have.
So the point of being president, okay, is taking care of the country.
Yes.
Okay.
Like it's your child.
Exactly.
Effectively, yes.
Exactly. Yes. So if you're not doing your job, that's going to endanger your child. So I don't see why the main focus wouldn't be to protect your family would be to do your job as president.
But my kids are first.
Yes. And to do that is to take care of the country.
See?
But if my
that
kid,
right there, that mentality.
If my kid called me first over we're gonna start a war in China or wherever,
you've got terrorists.
I'm taking my call with my kid. I'm not taking that call. I'm protecting my kids. And I will do that till the day I die.
You've got here's an example.
That is definitely backwards,
You've got terrorists.
That's why I shouldn't be president.
Let's give this as a real life example because this happened. You got part of it. You've got terrorists in planes getting ready to smash into buildings. There's a school shooting at your kid's school.
Where are you going first?
Which phone are you picking up? Which thing are you addressing first?
Like millions of people, World Trade Center situation, or school shooting at your kid's school. So think about population, right?
I will say that probably won't happen.
I know
I'm giving you an example.
But I'm saying because typically the kids will have Secret Service around them. So, sorry to get technical, but to be honest, that would be
See, this is why we can't have these
No.
But again, I'll be honest with you. I don't know that I could do either way. I would just shut down.
Oh,
I can turn shit off like that.
Air Force One me to school. Sorry.
No, I can just turn shit off and block it out. I will ignore whatever the bad thing is and just do dissociate.
Yes, dissociate.
You know, I would agree. I think you both should not be president.
No. Because well, that's
but then
right.
But
so
then you
I would
look at that too, right? You look at the fact that I got pregnant in high school, had my kid at 18.
She wouldn't be voted for anyway.
No,
because
God,
of that.
no. Jesus, take the wheel. But I put myself through a year of college.
Mm-hmm.
Gave birth over Christmas break. I went through some crazy shit.
That was good timing, though.
Yes, thank God.
Nice work. Yeah. Always with the schedule.
Yes, planning.
So, put myself through school, had a kid, 18, worked, waitressed, shitty jobs. It just, not the greatest, right? Not what I would envision my child to do.
Okay.
From my perspective, if I can do that, everyone can do that. So everyone looking for the handouts.
Whoa, we're going that route.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's another reason I shouldn't be president. Because when I look at certain situations, I'm like, motherfucker, if I did that, so can you. Let's go. Go get a job. Go figure it out. What do you need to do? What do you need to get it done? Just do it. You know what I mean? Find the resources. Because there are some. I'm not going to lie. At some points, I was on WIC. I was getting help.
Yep.
That's what it's there for.
I was going to
temporary assistance.
Yes, I was going to college. At the time, my boyfriend was working but not making a lot of money. We had a kid. We were trying to make it through. Yep. And they helped with just some basic groceries and formula. And I didn't use it for very long. It was short term because we were not in a great financial position.
And that's what it should be there for.
Yes, and I felt horrible.
Yep.
I had to have my parents and some friends be like, hey, this is what it's for. It's okay. You're not lazy. You're not using the system. You're using it the way it's supposed to be used for people in your situation. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm a piece of shit. I should be able to do this all by myself. You know what I mean?
Well, that's part of the problem too, is that stigma around it.
Yeah.
Is that,
if
you take that help, you've got to be a piece of shit.
Yep.
But that's not the case at all.
No.
That's what is there for.
But that's why it has that,
is
there's people using it inappropriately.
Yes.
And if I were president, I would be like, first of all, I want drug tests. 100%. Don't even mess around with that. I don't know why that's not a thing already. Same with unemployment. I want drug tests. I want
They do require that for something.
Yeah.
But it's like they'll apply to be like CEO of a company.
And they get denied.
They've only worked as like a cashier or a waiter or waitress.
Yeah, you have
so
to do
like obviously they're not gonna get that.
Isn't that unemployment? You have to do like so many interviews or something per week.
Yeah, something
or
like that.
submit resumes or something. So I mean I appreciate that. But no, I feel like it's how your life has gone thus far that changes like your mindset a little bit, and I'm so hardcore about certain topics that I would just be terrible. I wouldn't be very good at it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And
And
that
problem
is
is
like
there's
a
so-
life career commitment is to do that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
And I
Well,
never want to
and-
stand up and talk to thousands of people anyway.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I'd
fucking
die.
cute. No.
I kind of want to see that. We should do that. I'll get that set up.